Hey guys, and welcome to episode 117 of the Upper Late Podcast. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick.
Yeah,
You made it. Calm down. Also joining us is Tyler Switowski.
Stop. Everyone stop.
And Adam Franey.
Hi.
Welcome.
I have a visceral noise to make.
Turn down some of the topics we're going to discuss on this week's episode. As usual, we're going to discuss the last film we watched this week. We got a couple of news topics as well. Big trailers. Two of them dropped. We got Last Jedi.
What?
Full length.
The new indie movie from Ryan Johnson?
The who?
The Last Jedi. It's about
The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
The Last Jedi?
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
Jay Silence, The Last Jedi.
And we got New Mutants as well. And we got How to Talk to Girls at Parties.
Yeah.
How to talk to
Hi.
a girl
The
at a
Todd
party.
Switowski
Or...
story.
I could talk to
Listen up.
girls
Yeah.
at parties.
Okay. We're going to get to those later. If you want to skip ahead to those, go in the description box below and you can click on timestamps. You can skip ahead to those. As well, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like on it, leave a comment below in the comments section, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like our stuff. With that out of the way, Tim, what do you got for us this week for your last scene?
What do you got, Tim?
Scott and Tyler, you know this already. They warned you. Adam,
You warned me.
this is a rewatch
Oh, yes.
from when I was 8 years old. So I figure it's okay for me to do
Pretty
this.
fun.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, it's been 40
It's
years.
just saying, watched it 40 years ago.
So I was 28 when this movie came out. Ants with a Z.
Oh, shit.
Written by Todd Alcott,
Seriously?
Chris Weitz, and Paul Weitz. Directed by Eric Darnell and Tim Johnson.
Woody Allen.
Starring
Fun fact,
Woody
this is
Allen.
the only movie I've seen that has to do with Woody Allen.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Starring Woody
embarrassing.
Allen,
Yeah.
Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Christopher Walken, Danny Glover, Sly Stone,
Wow.
and J-Lo.
Wow.
J-Lo.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yes.
To the layman.
Yes.
Baffling.
No, George Lopez.
Oh.
Gee, what-
This came out the same year as A Bug's Life, and the plot is kind of similar.
Is it Seven Samurai?
An ant with a different view on life than the rest of his colony switches spots with a soldier ant in an attempt to meet the princess. So in Bug's Life, Flick
Flick, yeah.
is like a different thinking ant, and he goes off with the princess on an adventure. Same thing. With
So
this
instead of like trading places as a soldier, he becomes a soldier. pretty much.
Basically,
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like different is good. Being different is
Exactly,
good. Is
yeah.
that the moral of the
It's
story?
more of a story is going against the colony, and it's okay to be
Hacksaw
an
Ridge
independent person.
With ants.
Yeah, it's like Hacksaw Ridge with ants.
It's okay to be
I'm
insubordinate.
out.
It's fine. Don't think the animation quite holds up.
I have a question
Yeah.
before you dive into it. Why ants?
Yeah, what prompted
you to watch this?
Sweetie's
I can
favorite
explain
question.
this.
Why Survivor?
I was looking for the My Orowitz stories on Netflix, and I couldn't find it because I was spelling it wrong. So I just searched Adam Sandler,
I couldn't find it either.
and then it said other movies you might like, and I was like, oh, I didn't know Adam Sandler had like. It was one of his movies that I actually like, so I clicked on that movie, and
Went down the
then
rabbit
that movie
hole.
was like, oh, if you like that movie, you should look at this movie, and that led to me going to see Ants.
Shit, that's a
And I
deep
saw the
dive.
poster. I was like, oh, Ants is on here. I haven't seen that movie in like 20 years.
Shit, dude.
Apparently, I did remember a lot of it because there's not a lot of plot there. Because I was like, this looks all very, very familiar.
I don't actually think I've seen it.
Oh,
I
it's
have
good.
seen
It's fine. Like the animation doesn't hold up as well as Bug's Life because DreamWorks tried. This is DreamWorks' first movie as well, but they tried going for a lot like grittier looking. Like Bug's Life is very colorful and very much clearly animated.
Mhm.
This one's a little more realistic looking.
This one's animated.
Yes.
Get out.
Not okay.
I'm through here.
But Woody Allen's character is hilarious. He's just like it's pretty much him, but in ant form. So he's like very neurotic.
Does he have glasses?
Oh my
I
God.
can't
No.
remember. Oh.
But he's just like very neurotic and like meandering when he speaks. It's great.
I always have this thing like whenever there's always it always happens in Hollywood where there's movies that are very similar coming out at the same time.
Yeah, happens often.
I always subconsciously or consciously pick one and I'm like, this is clearly
is
the
the
better
one,
one.
Yeah.
And Bug's
Bug's
Life
Life
was the better one
It
for
is
me,
the better
and I was
one.
like, Ants is fucking imposter,
Ants.
like fucking copycat.
It's like a cheap
Bullshit.
Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I
I
remember
intentionally
seeing-
didn't watch it.
I remember seeing it like at my house. So obviously it was like a few months after it came out in theaters, and we had like rented it on VHS. I watched it.
The more we're
That's
talking
fan
about
jam.
it, the more I don't even think I've actually seen it. The more I think I'm just thinking about A Bug's Life.
You might be thinking about
I've
that.
seen both.
Yeah.
I remember loving both.
Yeah.
I was
There's some
7.
cool things in this. I thought it would be better. Like, there's a part where they go and meet some other bugs, and that part's pretty cool because you see other bugs. Dan Aykroyd plays a wasp, like a
These
British,
wasp.
like a British wasp.
Do these bugs work for the circus?
No, that's
Okay,
what
so it's
Bugs
definitely
Life.
Bug's Life. Okay. Never mind.
But it's cool at the end. I don't. You don't care. It
No,
pans
I don't.
out. It pans out from like the anthill, and like the whole adventure took place within like a little like edge of like a park, and that's it. There's
Holy
like
shit.
the anthill. There's like a water fountain real close by, and then there's like garbage cans, and it's
And
all
those were
within like
really far apart.
really,
in
yeah,
their- in
and
their
they're literally like
context.
a meter apart, and like
That's pretty
this whole
cool.
big park. It's pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
I like
I
that.
like that.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
cute.
cool ending. I was
That's
like,
very
oh.
cute.
I think it's Central Park because it's the New York City skyline.
3 to 5.
3 to 5, yeah.
3 to
It's
5.
fine. Solid movie. Bugs Life, I think, is like a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit more fun in a Bug's Life.
Yeah.
There was a war scene that's pretty sweet in this as well. They go to
war
fight
scene. Oh,
termites, and it
Jesus.
gets like intense.
That's scary.
like
Yeah.
Saving Private
The
Ryan.
termites are like spitting like venom at the top of their head, like Starship Troopers. It's just like,
Yeah.
That's dark.
it's dark.
Well, Ty, what do you got for us this week?
Well, I went against type for the movies I usually watch.
Really?
You went for a good movie this week?
Oh, that was unnecessary, Tim. Jesus. A little horror mystery thriller. Scott, I think you might know the name of it, considering we watched it together.
Yeah, this is my last scene as well. Fair warning.
When a team of explorers ventures into the catacombs that lie beneath the streets of Paris, they uncover the dark secret that lies within the city of the dead. Have you seen this?
As above,
I've
so
seen-
below.
10 minutes of it.
That was enough.
Glowing praise.
Yeah.
Well, lay it on us.
I didn't mind it. At first, I thought it was a little too out there for me. Like, it's fucking weird. It is a weird movie. But the more I watch it, like after at the time, I was actually quite scared of it. I won't lie to you. There was the girl with the eyes. If you see the movie, the girl with the eyes freaked me out the whole time.
Really dark eyeshadow. Really through tie off.
It was too much. I was also a little bit attracted to it at the same time. So it was the most confusing erection I've ever had.
Yeah.
But so I'm just watching this all happen, and it was just so weird going on. And then like when it ended, I was like, I actually kind of liked it. Like how like they took like a lot of chances with this movie. I think like they made it like really weird, and I liked it.
Is this film footage?
Yeah.
Technically?
It's directed by John Eric Dowdle.
Dowell?
He did the movie Devil. I don't know,
the
really
elevator
great
movie?
poster, like the elevator that looks like an upside down cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
The Shyamalan M. Night.
Yes.
Yeah.
His name is all over that.
Yeah. Well, I think it was a story by M. Night.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
directed it.
Hmm.
But it's like found
That
footage
movie's-
basically.
Hmm.
Like it's like shaky cam, first person or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like I like the ideas.
Yeah.
It just seems like it just wasn't
The execution was
like it doesn't.
Yeah.
It didn't need to be shaky cam.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the concepts behind it are cool enough that
An actual movie.
they could have made an actual movie out of it. Like there's this interesting like Tomb Raider sort of like
Yeah.
treasure hunting aspect to it, where they're literally searching. The reason they're in there is to get the Philosopher's Stone. Like it's like from Harry Potter.
Like Harry Potter.
Literally,
Yeah.
there's like an alchemy angle to it.
This is a Harry Potter tie-in?
It is a Harry Potter tie.
Yeah.
I'm in.
So like the main character played by Perdita Weeks, she's like her father was like this professor of like researcher about alchemy,
Mm-hmm.
like turning certain
Base
minerals and metals into other materials, etc. And then which is like where sort of the Philosopher's Stone fits into that. And so her father was a researcher on that, and that was her focus as well. And she's like trying to sort of follow in her father's footsteps and find the stone, and that leads her to the catacombs, where apparently it is. And they like need these other like these local Parisian catacomb hunter people, like
Who know
thrill seeker people who like know the catacombs to like guide them. And it's sort of it gets wacky.
It's a large
Fuck,
mug.
duh.
Sorry, it's a large mug. 2 hands.
I would say it wasn't as like horror.
No, but it was
I
It
thought
sounds
was
more
gonna
like a
be.
thriller than it.
Yeah,
more thriller, but it was creepy enough though. Like
a little bit.
it was enough for at the end of it to me be like, I don't want to be alone at all. That's how I felt.
I will say I liked one of the very last shots.
Which
Going through the manhole.
the manhole was probably the best shot for me, I think, because the way they did it was they have to climb out of a certain spot. I'm not gonna go get
It's pretty spoilery to
Yeah.
actually
You can
explain it.
spoil the fuck if
No,
you want.
no, not for our watchers. I will not spoil
There's
it
a couple
for them.
out of there, 1 or 2, 3.
Yeah. All
Max.
all
Listen,
both,
guys.
all both of you.
You know, just spoil it.
Fuck it.
I'm
Okay.
assuming they're like
Victoria.
escaping out of like a tunnel that they're being like
Well, here's the
chased
thing.
through.
Like they're being like chased through the catacomb, and they have to get there's like a hole they have to like push out of they have to push it like downwards in order to get out. It's weird how they got there. We have to push
Like
it downwards
birth.
and then move it, kind of like birth, I guess. So they got to push it.
let
down.
me stop you there because it's
Okay.
like, and then see, I didn't really catch this while watching the movie.
Yeah.
But apparently, the whole movie is like a metaphor of Dante's Inferno.
Yes.
Like the levels of hell.
oh, so they gotta go up.
So they had they're in the catacombs, and in order to get out, they had to keep going down and deeper and
And
deeper and deeper.
they
to get out.
ended up.
They get to the very
Yeah.
bottom, and the sort of the exit is in the floor somehow, and they push it down. And maybe you can explain
Yeah,
from where
so-
you were.
So what they do is there's like essentially like a hole there, and it's covered. So they have to push down into like what is it looks like a manhole cover, but instead of lifting, you have to push downwards. And so what they do is they push it down and shift it to the side, and it's like you can see like orange light like shining through. And so what they do is like throw the cameras through, and the camera ends up going through the hole, and then it's outside in Paris. And
It's like
so
upside down.
it's upside down though, and so they like the entire shot is upside down. So they're like going down the hole, but then like coming up through the hole. It's the
The
crazy.
gravity's changing as they're like stepping through the
It's
hole in the
so
ground
cool.
to like.
It was just it really.
Oh, YouTube and watch it.
yeah.
I thought they would jump through the manhole cover and then fly into the sky. That's what would logically make
like,
sense.
boom, boom, like something like
It's
that.
this weird portal
Sounds
shit.
mind-blowing.
You know what I mean? It's like Portal. It's literally like Portal.
Yeah, and so them being like up, like the camera being upside down, really added to that. It was really cool.
But see, I didn't really get the Dante's Inferno thing while I was watching the movie. Like, that's why I feel like it would have been better as not found footage. Like, if it was more, I don't know, if it was shot better, explained a little bit better.
More like National Treasury kind of.
Because
thing.
the idea behind it's interesting, and like the whole Philosopher's Stone aspect, how that happened with,
Yeah.
with the stone and then the mirror, and
yeah,
to me it seems like wasted potential.
yeah,
Because the movie on its own, for me, in it being found footage and the way it was executed that way, to me it was pretty like.
you know what'd be really
average.
cool is like
In
if
fact,
this
below average.
if this was like Inferno, like the failed trilogy that like the last movie that of like the
Mm-hmm.
Da Vinci Code. Yeah,
Right.
like if they somehow like this would have been cool. Like if they had somehow incorporated that, I think that would have been kind of cool. Just a little more of a thriller kind of vibe to it.
What are you hitting it with?
What am I gonna hit it with?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
What am I
really
gonna hit
good.
it with? I'm going to hit it with
5?
no,
3.
light 3.
I already posted on Letterboxd, so some of you already know my rating.
Mhm.
It's a 2.
It's a 2, eh?
It's a 2, yeah. The idea was nice, but like I'm saying, just the execution wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of talking, a lot of exposition, and it's a little bit interesting, but then the actual action that's happening on screen is just like dime a dozen meh,
Yeah.
you know? So,
Sounds like a worse Descendants. Or Descent? The Descent?
The Descent?
Yeah.
Not the one with George Clooney and
That's what
Shailene
it's
Woodley?
fuck. That was mixed up. Sounds like a worse
Totally,
Descent.
like, very similar movies. Very similar movies.
I
Yeah,
like
two
Descent.
out of 5 reels for me.
Okay.
Adam, what do you got this week?
Well, folks, let's see if you can guess from my plot synopsis.
Okay.
Give it a shot.
A young female embezzler arrives at the Bates Motel, which has terrible secrets of its own.
You haven't seen this?
No.
Oh, actually, hold on. Which version is this though?
Oh, good question, Mr. Switowski.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn?
1998.
Oh.
Oh!
Gus Van Sant directed. Vince Vaughn starring
Why?
Psycho remake.
Shot for shot remake.
Why would you watch
of
this?
Psycho.
Freak?
And hey,
Was it shot for shot?
Julianne
Shot
Moore,
for shot remake. Yeah,
Viggo Mortensen, William H. Macy, Robert Foster, Philip Baker.
it's a great cast.
I do not remember this cast. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, the movie's not.
It's amazing, a little
Spoiler.
strong.
Very mediocre. As Morton Joe would say, mediocre.
Mediocre.
Not great. Vince Vaughn.
But it's shot for shot.
Yeah,
The first one's a masterpiece.
right.
So it
So
should be
it
the
has to
same.
be a masterpiece.
Wrong.
I don't understand.
How is that possible?
Believe it or not, Scott, though it is shot for shot,
Interesting.
the heart and soul was not
The
there.
delivery.
From what I assume, I'd hate to break it to you guys, haven't seen the original Psycho.
So hold on.
Why would you watch this one first?
Why would you have watched this
Literally
first?
make me sick.
Blasphemous.
It's gonna influence
Yeah,
you.
that's blasphemous. Yeah, you're gonna hate the original one now, being like, no.
Yeah.
The plot was totally saw it coming.
I never heard that this was bad. I, for some reason, thought that this would be good.
I'll go on a limb here and say I like Vince Vaughn in this. He
Okay.
was creepy.
I didn't.
I haven't seen this version. I've seen the
I've
original.
heard
You
he's
guys
like,
not seen it?
no.
Okay.
Apparently, he's a lot creepier than Anthony Perkins.
Yes, I found him.
What?
This is weird. I've seen both of them. I like.
Wow, that is weird.
That
That
is
is
weird,
fucking
right?
weird.
Sorry, man. Horrors.
That you
so
only see the
fucking
shit
weird.
one.
I like Vince Vaughn though. Like the movie, I didn't hate,
I didn't hate it.
but
either.
I think Vince Vaughn was like really creepy.
So
in
you've
it.
seen both, Ty. How do you compare them?
It's been a long time since I've seen the Vince Vaughn version.
That should be an immediate answer.
The original is obviously better. I will say
Yeah.
that it is obviously better.
Okay.
It was like
I can't say that.
it was.
It's true. You can't.
You can't say that, you fucker. It was the first one was so original. It was just it did a lot that I think it did a lot for the first time.
A ton, yeah.
Yeah, it was really really good. But
First toilet on screen.
really,
Pretty sure, right?
No,
What?
there's no way.
there's what?
First
What
toilet
the
on
fuck?
screen? No way.
Where did you pull that out?
Where'd
of?
you get that from?
Pretty sure that's right.
What is it, like 1960?
No.
Tim, I've been in this position before. Just commit to it. You gotta just and then
Fake news.
100% correct on this.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
How? That's crazy.
It was a Kohler.
Probably first shower scene, maybe?
Maybe.
Possibly?
Might be what I'm thinking of.
Maybe?
First
like,
toilet? How is that
highly
possible?
unlikely?
It can't be the first toilet.
That probably totally wrong.
I've seen older movies that
No,
have
Tim,
toilets in it.
commit.
There's no way.
Commit.
First woman showering, maybe.
Maybe. I'm right.
But,
Wow.
First time there's a knife on screen.
There's a new
Yeah.
film. I know you want to talk about this one, but there's a new
no,
film
I
that
don't, actually.
there's a new film that came out that's about all the shots in the shower scene. Apparently, it's interesting. I just want to throw that out there. But there's a
Please
whole
take
movie
the
about-
floor. I have nothing to say.
All the shots and the edits in that
Yeah.
single scene. There's a whole movie about that
That's
in
wild.
the original.
Holy shit.
So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, it's fine. I feel like I already knew the entire plot of Psycho without seeing the original. So,
Did you know the ending as well?
what do you mean? Like that he?
There's a certain relationship between two characters. Did you know that?
I don't know.
The
what
very
you
end.
mean.
Never mind.
The twist. Do you
What's
know
the
what
twist?
it is?
Did you know
big
the twist?
That Norman Bates is his
I
mom?
swear to God, dude, we have a spoiler-free show every week.
The movie's literally 70 years old.
It's
Are you kidding me?
it's okay at this point. Everyone knows.
Literally everyone knows.
I hate you.
I was
I
close. First American film ever to show toilet flushing on screen.
Toilet
There,
flushing.
I've heard that.
I'm like,
I'll
I've
half
seen
right.
toilets. I've seen toilets before.
That's funny. Yes, of course I knew that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine.
Sounds great.
It was moderately scary, I guess. Sort of. It's thrilling. It's fucked up to see Vince Vaughn murder someone in the shower. Very
Ready for-
horrific. Like just watching the knife go in and out. Just
They
no-
showed that?
Yeah.
I thought it was shot for shot.
I'm
yeah,
sure it's
apparently
edited
that's a
little
common misconception. Apparently,
not shot for shot?
I wouldn't know, but apparently it's not exactly shot for shot. Because
Okay.
like Emily, I watched with my girlfriend. She loves the first one, and she said that they don't show that in the original.
They
No.
don't.
No.
Yeah,
They couldn't.
You fully, literally see the knife like penetrate the skin and be pulled out.
Yeah,
penetrate.
No, it's
they couldn't do that.
Shit.
Okay.
They couldn't show that
bit.
graphic.
You like hear it.
You hear
In
it.
the
You're like
original one.
stabbing.
You see everything but, and that's the beauty of
Yeah.
the first one.
Right. This, they went full, like, modern day, like, just show
It's too much.
everything.
Yeah.
Too much.
Vince Vaughn was cringe, I thought.
Really?
Yeah, I just see Vince Vaughn trying to be creepy. I didn't see, like...
I saw him like being like weird, squirmy, like.
like, his
I-
laugh and stuff.
Ah.
Yeah, that. I hate that.
That's like your normal laugh sometimes.
I know. I trained with him for years.
I don't know. I love Viggo Mortensen, and he's in it.
Who did he play?
One of the customers, right? One of the.
Yeah, Anne Heche's, like, boyfriend.
Oh,
Right,
that's right.
shows up.
Anne Heche, I
Yeah.
forgot.
Anne Heche's fine.
Psycho.
Don't care.
Cool.
3 out of 5.
Psycho.
Oh,
This is a strong last scene.
what is it?
Very good.
Good
3 out of
episode,
5,
guys.
3 out of 5. You know, I really liked it.
Would you give it a 3 or 5?
Yes.
You
I
give it a
do.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
Great recommendations on this week's episode. Well, let's move on. We got a few trailers to discuss.
I love trailer discussion.
Let's start off with a big one. We've been waiting for this one for a while. I've been wondering when they were going to actually put this out there. Because for the first Star Wars film...
Okay. Oh, I thought you were going to talk about how to talk to girls at parties.
I totally forgot
was
what we were
really,
talking
yeah,
about.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, thank you.
massive. For Force Awakens,
Yes.
they put the trailer out like a year before.
Yeah.
Like some crazy advance.
13 months, I think.
Some
Very
insanity.
close.
People were
For the
hyped.
full-length trailer or whatever.
Yeah.
We're talking about Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
We finally got the full-length trailer. Two months?
2 months
Before
after
the movie?
Yes.
Crazy.
Mind-blowing. Never
Ballsy.
seen anything like
Star
that.
Wars Last Jedi trailer. Tim, let's start with you. What did you think of that? Are you in?
Yeah, man.
Start with Tim.
Obviously.
Can
Ryan Johnson seems like he's a great fit. I love Looper. I love Brick. Thank you. I was forgetting the name.
Brick.
Brick.
Those for
Yeah,
a
I'm just
one.
excited. It looks great. Couple things.
Mhm.
I don't think Rey's gonna go to the dark side because if she does, they kind of spoiled it in the trailer.
It's one of those things
I
that's
think it's
too-
like one of those fake outs. She's probably talking to someone else in that scene,
Ah.
or maybe it is, and she's like planning
Ooh.
something.
Reverse spoiler.
Reverse spoiler.
Well, think about it. It's almost like too much of a fake out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe they're like people are expecting it, so they're like, oh, we'll put it in the trailer. People won't think it's gonna happen, and it does happen.
Triple fake out.
Well, no, what if it's
fake
what if it's like a you go back to like a double fake out? It's just like
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like she's going to the dark side. There is no way she's going to the dark side, right? Like no one is thinking that.
Or
What
are
if she
they
actually
thinking?
does though?
Does though.
I've been thinking. I wondered this a long time ago. I'm like thinking of the plot, how it would go with these characters, and I always assumed that she would be tempted by the dark side.
Oh yeah, she'd be tempted for sure.
As
So
was Luke. And...
she's being tempted by the dark side, but she will ultimately be good, obviously.
Yes.
Mhm.
So like
Do you
I
think
see
so?
that. Yes, I think
I
it's
don't
very
think
obvious.
Disney would let their first like big, strong female hero end up being like a Sith.
I don't know.
Never
And
know.
I don't see it happening. I don't think they have the balls to do it.
I hope they do.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I see the end, and I'm sure she might be tempted briefly or
Yeah.
something like that. But like maybe it turns out that they're like brother and sister or cousins or related somehow.
I can
Right?
see that. Yeah.
So then there's a little bit more familiar bonds there,
Yeah.
and that might lead to her being somewhat tempted by Snoke. She just obviously has an interaction with Snoke. We
Yeah.
see in the trailer she's being
Tortured?
attacked
Yeah.
by the Force, Sith
Yeah.
Force attack, whatever.
Have we been given any new information to like who she might be? Like
No,
she,
nothing.
no, nothing.
Nothing.
Oh.
That's one thing I like about this trailer is that it shows a lot, but also doesn't.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it still leaves a lot out there. So
Yeah. I have like no idea like in what order events happen really.
I mean, you can kind of see certain.
Yeah, like the big facility
Things.
ends up on fire at one point. So
I think that's a flashback. Like that.
no,
What
not
happened?
Luke's stuff.
Oh,
The big like, what's the name of the thing now? It's not the
Star
Empire.
Killer?
No, it's not the
First
Empire.
Order?
First Order. Their base gets destroyed apparently at some point because it's like on fire as like Finn's
with
fighting.
Phasma and
yeah.
Finn? Oh, right, yeah.
So like that clearly happens after like some other stuff, but like for the most part, I don't know really what's the order, which is good. Like
Yeah.
it. I'm in. Sold.
You're in. I'm in.
Obviously.
Ty, what do you think?
You have to be
Oh,
stupid to not be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, like
I'm
you
out.
said,
Stupid.
You're out. They I think I like how you said it, Scott. They've shown a lot, but they haven't shown really a lot.
Yeah.
it's a weird way
Cool
of them doing
shots.
it.
It's like they got a
Yeah.
nice sizzle reel there, but
Yeah.
they haven't actually.
You actually see Snoke, which is pretty cool, like Snoke in action, which I really like.
He looks a lot better.
Yeah. Still thinking he's Anakin. 100%. Calling this now.
No.
It's on video.
Nice try.
He totally is. You guys are wrong. It's gonna be a
He's just
great
a brand
day.
new character.
It's gonna be a great day when I'm right. I can feel it.
Anakin, of all people.
Vader.
We know.
Okay. I'm just. Anyways, this looks great. I do think it's kind of missing. Like I feel it's kind of missing the JJ touch to it, like the
lens flares.
the lens flares, which I really loved from the first one. Really intense. Like this has some good colors. You guys know I'm a stickler for colors.
Very red.
Yes.
Very
I love
red.
that.
Yeah,
I love
like
that
with, like,
cinematography.
That shot of like Kylo like leaning in from the edge of the screen.
Yeah.
It's all like red on one side.
Yeah.
That was red.
Even like the shot of Rey where she's just like standing with just like orange, red, everything looks great. I'm hoping that this will be as good. Like this will be shot as like the colors and the effects will be as good as the Force Awakens.
I think so.
So many colors.
Yeah, so I'm a huge fan of colors. I'm hoping so.
I like that
love
there is
colors.
this emphasis on this like bold cinematography that is showing up in the like the posters and in their promotional material.
Yeah,
Like you get the white and the red,
Oh yeah, that looks great.
that planet.
just
with,
those
like,
colors.
Yeah.
Which remind me of Hunger Games, the last one they did.
Mm.
They had like a white poster with like red on it.
Yeah.
Very bold. But I like that they're going very bold with it. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
Adam, what do you think? What are your thoughts here? We haven't heard your take.
Thought it was good. Obviously, I'm in. Like obviously it's Star Wars. I'm pretty sure 90% of the world is
99.
just kind of in sight unseen.
Right.
Love how you said. I thought they finessed that line of like they showed everything yet nothing because we have no idea, what's
Still.
editorial tricks and what's not.
Mhm.
Right? It's like the first time I watched it, I was like, oh my god, like they're spoiling it. And then I watched it again and again, and I'm like, well, this clearly,
Well.
they're not in the same room. This isn't right. That's not, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm in. I wanted to ask you guys though, what did you think of Mark Hamill? His acting, like, did you find I've seen a lot of reactions online saying he was very cringe. Did you guys like him?
Yeah, he's fine.
I think his character's holding back, but other than that, that's really about it.
Like his acting,
No, his acting seems fine.
Scott? I thought he was fine.
I could see where people thought that.
I think it's
Just
being, like,
his line
misconstrued.
delivery is like, I don't know. It's a little bit odd. I'm not gonna lie.
It's either brilliant or it's terrible.
Tell me why so.
Yeah, like it's kind of like he's been like on this planet on his own for so long, he's forgotten how to like interact with people, kind of thing.
I think it works.
Just
Yeah.
the line about how it's not gonna end the way you think. Just
Yeah.
the way he delivered that line was a bit odd. It was a bit. I don't know. I can't really put a finger on it.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I think he's fine, but I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
People are saying, oh my god, he can't act.
Really, we
He
got
has 2 lines in the trailer.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're judging based on
also,
that.
Like, in a new
Mark
world.
Hamill's on screen. Show some respect.
It kind of reminds me because we watched Blade Runner last night again,
Yeah.
and
good.
it made me think of like the lines they put in the trailer and how they actually play out in the movie, like completely different. I
Yeah.
feel like they use certain lines as like voiceover in trailers.
Yeah.
But the context they're used in the film might be completely different.
Yeah, like
And it
that one,
changes
like the
the-
one line about like, oh, you have another story to tell that comes on like as he's looking at a book, but like those scenes are like so far apart,
I know.
like completely apart.
It's crazy. So
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
we
tricks
hear
in there.
those lines and the way they're delivered, but,
Yeah.
and I just feel like once we see the movie and we see them being spoken, like it's like gonna feel completely different. But
It's fair.
all right, we're all hyped.
Looks sweet.
Let's move on. We got another trailer. Flew under the radar for some people. This movie. We got New Mutants, latest film from Fox. It's a X-Men spin-off movie, we'll say. With some new blood, some new mutants, if you will. Adam,
Oh.
let's start with you. What do you think of this trailer? What do you think of the horror vibe of this trailer?
unexpected.
A lot
I
of
will
people
say.
commenting about that.
Did not know it was going to be a horror movie. I think it looks good. I love that Fox is taking chances and like doing like these rated R Logan, rated R Deadpool. You
Is
know,
this PG-13?
I don't know, but I just love the experimental nature of what they're doing. Right? They're like going anti like MCU. How all those movies feel like a TV series. This is like totally different. True commitment to horror. It looks like some of the visuals, like that face coming through that rubber thing, like freaked me out. And even the like fire hand on that washer.
Fire.
Shit was fire. Yeah, looks good. I'm very intrigued. I love Anya Taylor-Joy.
I'm trying to remember what movie the coming through the wall was from. I think it might have been
Poltergeist, I think.
Stranger Things. There's some of that.
No, that was definitely not the first one to do it. It might have been Suspiria
Yes, it was.
or something like that.
Maybe.
I'm trying to remember. Anyways, I like the reference for sure. I think it's cool. You bring up how it's different than MCU. I think initially they tried to do that with the X-Men movies, like the X-Men proper movies, let's say, and the studios are starting to realize we don't have as many movies as MCU at this point, so they have to do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And they have to mix it up and make what's going to differentiate Fox from the MCU, from Marvel, and also from DC. And you hear DC is trying to do different things as well. They're trying to make them not so connected and so interconnected like the MCU. But I really like this sort of angle that Fox is taking, like with Logan and with Deadpool and with this. So I'm honestly really curious what they're gonna do with like Gambit now.
Oh, that's right.
They just announced who was it?
Gore Verbinski.
Verbinski
is in final talks.
It's your boy.
Yeah.
And a release date, like officially.
February
2019.
2019, February 14th.
So like, what's the angle on Gambit? Like, it's gonna be like a heist. Like, I don't know.
Heist would be cool.
Oh, they
I don't know.
Oh,
It's gonna be.
I just like the where they're going. About the New Mutants though, specifically, I'm not sure what the plot is. Like,
No.
I don't understand what.
It seems like they're in a bad version of Xavier's School for the Gifted. Like they're all like trapped in this war and then being experimented on, as opposed to being like taught and nurtured.
kind of
Like,
reminds
what's
me.
the conflict? It's like them just trying to. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just being.
Escape, yeah.
X-Men meets A Cure for Wellness kind of thing. You know, like they're stuck in this like sanatorium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Good job.
Oh,
I think it looks, as far as like if it was just a regular horror movie,
Yeah.
I probably think it would be like, okay, this looks fine, I guess.
it looks like any other.
But the fact that it's, has a X-Men angle to it, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm in. What do you guys think?
Looks scary.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
You get scared pretty easily, I
terrifying.
guess.
I think Fox is trying. They tried the whole MCU angle kind of thing with like, for example, I think Fantastic Four they really tried to do it with that. Did not work.
Christ.
So they've gone.
Don't go there.
I don't like to bringing that up.
No, you know what?
Forced it.
You fucked up, and I'm going to keep bringing it up until you
Our
fix it.
highest viewed
fucked
episode.
up,
Go
buddy.
back and check it out.
Fix it, and I'll stop talking about it. But I think they've kind of found their balls in a way. Like they're going.
I thought you were gonna say their niche.
Yeah,
No. They found
They found their nuts.
they found their balls,
testicles.
and
They
they're just
found
going to go and they're going to run with it. Because
Really?
they're doing a lot. Like they're doing a lot that Disney can't do. I think. I don't know what you're doing. They're doing a lot that Disney.
They really found their.
Wow.
They're doing a lot that Disney won't do, and I like that.
Sorry.
Because there are some movies that need to be done this way. Like for example, Logan need to be done this way.
Deadpool.
Same with Deadpool. This one, don't know if this I don't really know what this movie's about. No idea what the kind of story is. But I'm excited because you know what
Get lit.
they've done a few movies like this, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Tim.
Look at that smug fucking.
Oh, can we talk about the song?
I'm out.
You're out.
No, I'm kidding. I'm in.
You fuck.
Oh,
I
you
believe
son
you
of a
for a
bitch.
split second.
No, I agree with everything that's been said.
Yes.
I like that Fox is taking some chances with their movies lately.
Yes, I love
I think audiences they notice.
Yeah.
People are smart enough to notice that.
I wish they did it with their X-Men series, like the actual X-Men series, because the last one was not good. This
Okay.
other one does not look good so far, considering there's a producer directing it. A little scary. But yeah, this looks very interesting. I did not expect a horror vibe at all. I'm in.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
I'm in.
just like Geostorm.
I'm out.
Trailer.
Slowed down.
Let's move on. We got another trailer to discuss. We got How to Talk to Girls at Parties. Tim, let's start with you.
Yeah.
We got Elle Fanning
Yeah.
Another
got
comic
some
book
kid.
movie.
from
To the bone.
To the Bone. And we got Nicole Kidman
Yeah.
looking like,
Meryl Streep from that other rock movie.
I was going to say David Bowie from Labyrinth.
Yeah.
It does look a little David Bowie. That's fair.
What do you think of this movie? I believe it's an adaptation of Neil Gaiman.
I was
I
gonna
think
say,
so, yeah. It's,
was your mind not blown by that?
No, it's
No?
fine.
It's fine.
I'll go fuck myself.
No, shut up.
2 comic
This is
book
true.
movies in a row.
I guess a comic book movie. That's true.
Was it a comic?
Yeah, I think it's a novel, right?
Novel.
It's a
Is
novel.
it? Are you sure?
He writes novels as well, yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like a comic book. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Graphic novel.
Sorry.
I'm intrigued.
Could be a novel. though.
Looks interesting. I think it might be like a little too much. I think like it's just a little bit too
Hilarious.
odd. I don't know. It just got like a weird vibe from the trailer. I think it's the way the trailer's cut. I'm like, if the movie's a lot like this, it's gonna be kind of a little like they're trying too hard.
Is
To
this
be
an
like-
alternate reality?
Like
Like
hip.
what universe is this set in?
It's 90.
It said London
77, London,
77? Yeah.
I think. So I guess it's like right on the cusp of like, or right around the. Well, I guess yeah, like
It's
the
like
punk
punk.
era. So you got like Ramones and the Clash all coming up around that area, right?
Sex Pistols.
Sex Pistols.
It seemed like an alternate reality. I don't know. It
Yeah,
just
it's
felt
odd.
different. Like it's literally like people acting like aliens and like just being weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
weird.
threw me off.
But I'm intrigued. Apparently, Hedwig in the Angry Inch is really good. Anderson from Filmbot like loves it. Have not watched it yet.
That's from the same director.
Same-
This is
same
the
director,
movie.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, I'm
What was his long
intrigued.
titles?
I'm intrigued. I kind of want to watch Hedwig to see kind of what to expect in this one.
Yeah. Interesting.
Adam, what do you think of this?
I think it looks pretty fucked. Got
You're
like
in.
a Clockwork Orange, like Kubrick vibe from like some of those like choreographed extras with their costumes. Meets like Sing Street. I was like, this is Sing Street.
Yeah.
If Kubrick did Sing Street on like acid, it looks fucked.
Bizarre. Yeah.
I'm in.
You're in.
It looks fun. It could be good. I don't know. Could be shit, fine, or amazing. That's my,
Those are the
You're
options.
really taking a stand on this one.
Could
that's
be a
my-
1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah, it could be anywhere through 1 through 5 reels.
This could be a movie. We have
6
no
is out of
idea.
the question.
We're gonna have to wait and see when the movie comes out. I think.
Shit.
I
Tyler,
want
what
to
do
see
you think?
Hedwig and the Angry.
I do. As soon as you said, like, as soon as I saw this, I saw coffee all over the place now. As soon as you said that, I did see this, and I thought it was Sing Street right away.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's got a really,
Really?
weird, like, vibe. Yeah. I don't know why, but I think it might just be, like, the punk side to it, or just, like, the adolescent side to it. Like,
Boy
yeah.
meets girl
kind of, yeah.
amidst this
70s
wackiness.
Is Sing
Yeah.
Street the Ireland one?
Yeah.
Okay, I love that movie.
Yeah.
I think it was called Sing Street for some reason. I was thinking that about movie too.
Yeah, right. It's
Yeah.
got, like, Scott, you didn't get that at all?
Sure.
I think it's mostly because there's a brunette kid.
Yeah, I got that, I guess.
Okay.
Perfect.
We're all on board.
There's
Yeah.
a brunette kid. There's a girl. There's music
I could see the similarities.
Is Elle Fanning an alien? Just gonna say it.
in real life.
In real life.
Yes.
In real life, in the movie. Though.
In the movie, I think so. Or because she could be.
Is
it
that
could be
is
alternate reality.
that
Is that the angle?
the twist?
Yeah.
Because I felt like
it will be.
they're aliens.
Because they're leaving. Like, I don't want to leave. It's like they're leaving planet kind of thing, right?
Or are they a
Mhm.
cult? Like, I don't understand. Tim,
Yeah.
find out for us,
Tim.
will you?
Yeah, just fucking ruin the movie for me.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna see if it like says in the synopsis.
If
Maybe
it's
it's
not
like
a-
something gets revealed in the first like
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Um,
Oh, there we go.
okay.
You guys want to know?
What?
I'm assuming it's not a spoiler.
It's in the synopsis.
An
there.
alien touring the galaxy breaks away from her
Perfect.
group and meets two young inhabitants of the most dangerous place in the
There it
universe.
is.
Some real
The London
nocturnal
suburbs.
Animals, type
So it's
trailer.
Under the Skin
That's the
meets
synopsis.
Sing Street. Sweet.
I'm in.
Shit. It changes things.
I'm in.
I
I'm
felt
100%
it felt
in.
like they were aliens. I swear, I said that earlier.
Mostly
Yeah.
because she was confused by like boners.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the one that she's like,
Yeah.
it's
This is
losing
not-
its structure.
So fun.
The one thing I'm scared of though is okay. There might be too much going on.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's like you got aliens. You got
Punk.
You got punk,
Punk
music, you got
music.
love story,
Yeah,
you got
it's-
like
too many elements, too many themes going on.
Too much for you.
Yeah, hopefully the story can actually hold up to that. That's what I'm concerned about. But that aside, it looks good. I'm in.
Nicole Kidman.
I'm scared. Yeah, it's got like David Bowie from Labyrinth. That's all I can see when I see Nicole Kidman.
She's gonna get another Oscar nom. Hot take. Boom.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of it seems like one of those so weird it just might work.
Yeah.
Movies.
yeah.
I don't know.
Or so
'Cause-
weird it doesn't work movies.
Could be.
I can't tell.
It's one of those
Those
options.
out there.
It's one of those
It could
two.
be. It seems like a hard movie to sort of pin down.
High risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It won't be.
Could be great.
Fine. I feel like I'm gonna remove that from my earlier statement.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing or shit. I highly
It
doubt.
could be a
it's
4.
Safe.
Could be a 4 or a 2
Yeah.
or 2.5.
Or 3.
I don't know.
Or
Or
5.
5. Or 1.
You know, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You know what? No, not 5.
This has been
Four
a good
max.
episode, guys.
Um,
Just an
yeah.
episode of vague predictions.
Everyone's just kind of.
Well, I think that'll do it for
fun.
episode 117 of the
No,
Upper
that's
Late
it.
Podcast. Tim, where can people find us?
People can find us on Twitter at UpRealAtes. You can find me
Good.
personally on Letterboxd at UpRealTim and on Instagram at TheCraftPundit.
Are you still doing that?
Still doing it, going
That's
strong.
fantastic.
Boom. Craft beer, baby.
You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram at Up Real Late Podcast. You can also find me on Letterboxd at Up Real Ty.
You can find me on Twitter at Franny25 and Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam.
Find myself, Scott, on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. And yeah, guys, if you did enjoy this video, leave a like on it. Leave a comment below in the comment section if you want to join our discussion. And as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do appreciate that as well. And of course, as always, keep it real.